Hello, hello, hello. Am I live? You just had a little technical difficulty, but I think that things are working. So I'm just checking it. Let me know if I see comments coming in, then I know that things are working. Also, let me do a sound. Yes, sound is coming through correctly. Hello, everybody. The episode name is What a Life because I'm so excited. And I'm, yeah, just really, really excited. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I want to especially say a big hello again to our amazing Project 1 Million in 1 Year participants because they are the absolute best. And also in this video, I wanted to talk about how beauty life can be when you are able to do what you love to do and feel it as a purpose. And at the same time, make that your living. So, without any further ado, we're gonna go to the show reel video and then we're gonna get into it. Let me know, by the way, in the comments where you're tuning in from. Hello, 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 beautiful people. And wow, my throat is still not fully there, but I am so excited. I wanted to go and make this live video just to be grateful, just to give thanks, and also share a message of hope. I think it is, yeah, hope and encouragement for anyone here watching this live or replay that is working on something that is beautiful, but you might still have the question like, is this actually going to happen or not? And the reason why I feel so super grateful is that today have had an absolutely beautiful day, doing things that are super meaningful. And basically every single day, that's what we do. We help people. We get to allocate our own times for that and get to choose who we want to work with and who we don't want to work with. And it's just so incredible, and it's nothing that I ever imagined would be possible when I was 10 years ago now in a job. And what most people in this world unfortunately are not able to ever get a glimpse of, and that is why I am so excited. Oh, someone is saying it's not working. Thank you, El. Sound is not working. Are you for real? Let me just quickly check if it is on my end as well. Oh, sorry. You say not working because you're talking about not working, not necessarily about the sound not working, isn't it? So let me know if you can hear me properly, Neo. Let me know in the comments below. But I think the sound is working well. So I think you were probably talking about something else. But the fact that, yeah, that is my life now, and that's the life of so many of our students is truly magnificent. And I'm just so super grateful because just imagine for a second that you do the thing that you love so much, and you do that every single day, and it pays you more than a job ever could. But not just like that, it doesn't just pay you in the form of the money energy, but it pays you in form of fulfillment and just happiness and excitement and joy. And just like also thinking about this, like the amount of messages that I receive on a daily basis of people saying thank you, or I'm so grateful for this, I'm so grateful of that. It's just, it really does something to you on a very deep level, and it just keeps you going. And sometimes people are saying as well, after being part of Project 1 Million in 1 year, is saying things like, how do you get so much energy? Because for those of you that have been part of Project 1 Million in 1 year, you will know that we always love to over deliver, and that there's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of energy for a lot of hours. And sometimes people wonder, like, where does that come from? But it comes from the fact that this is like the absolute dream. And when you are able to do what you love and really see the deep impact that it makes on people, it's just absolutely beautiful. But I want to have an encouraging message in today's video for those of you that are working towards that, whichever way that looks for you. Like maybe my ideal lifestyle is different than your ideal lifestyle, but whatever your ideal life that you would love to create for yourself and envision at this very moment, if you are building towards it, then obviously sometimes there's still this question marks. Am I going to get there? When am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? All of these things. But I really want you guys to know that you guys will get there, and that the simple thing that there's like one simple thing that has helped me the absolute most in this entire journey of business, and actually also it had helped me in any other endeavor where I had really committed to. I'm seeing a hello. All right, I'm just gonna check with another device to see if the sound is working well, because I'm not getting the right interaction. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so Neo, watch yourself. You are your joke was working. Anyways, but just for those of you that are watching, Neo says he was teasing when I asked, but but it's all good. So yeah, that's one big thing that really has been so influential in my own life, and I want to give that to you guys. But for those of you that are new to the channel, I also want to say, please feel free, if you think that these videos are either impactful or beneficial or anything good, anything positive, then please go and make your way to the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you can be welcoming videos like this every single day, because I am very committed to making these videos on a daily basis, because I just love you guys and I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you, I'm here with you, so that you too can create your freedom lifestyle. And if you think this video is beneficial either for yourself or for others, hit the like button and hit the share button. But that being said, I also have a second announcement, is that for those of you that have for the first time only now heard about Project 1 Million in 1 year, and you're wondering why I love our participants so much and why I miss them and why I had to go live, also for them, very much for them, then there's a link in the description as well for Project 1 Million in 1 year. You can come to our next one. It's completely free of charge. And in a nutshell, this event allows anyone, no matter what your history is, no matter what your level of expertise is, and whatever your outcome is that you want, your ideal life, it helps you step by step, get you the encouragement, get you the knowledge, get you the strategies, get you the accountability, and really puts you in a position to go and actually walk away with a full-on roadmap, knowing how to do it, knowing why to do it, and knowing just, to do it. Yeah, so that's that. Hey Marta, so nice to see you. Thank you, by the way, Marta, for making your beautiful Project 1 Million in 1 year video on your channel. Everybody, please make sure to subscribe to Marta as well. Marta's absolutely amazing. And also, whilst we're at it, make sure to subscribe to Neo's channel as well. These two are two of my amazing students. I'm so proud of them, and they're absolutely incredible. So you will do yourself a favor by subscribing to them and following them on their beautiful journeys. Now, all of that being said, what is this biggest thing, this big thing, that is there to truly help you through everything? And for me, really, that thing is to have trust, and to trust that you're going to get there, and to know with every step that you take that it leads you to the next phase. And so sometimes this is a little bit challenging. So the way how I want to explain it is, imagine that you are looking to get from one side of a forest to the other side of the forest. Hello, Dad! And by the way, everybody, also make sure to subscribe to my dad, our hermano. Mwah, love you. But imagine you are at the front of a forest, and you want to get to the other side of the forest, because at the other side of the forest is the place to be, the place where you want to be. Maybe there you have your beautiful house and your family's there, and everything that you would like to take into your life is on the other side. Now, at the beginning of that forest, you're just looking at it, and you see these big tall trees, and you're like hearing all these sounds, and it's like quiet at some places, and it's like dark. You're like, how am I going to get through this? And it's just so scary. And you're like, if I'm going to go through this, like, what if I don't make it out? What if I cannot find the way out there? What if I don't make it back? What if this? What if that? What if there's, something happening? And there's so many fears. But if on the other hand, you know that when you do take a step, it's just gonna present to you what the next step is, and what the way out is, and what all of those other things is. And just to add in a little commercial, like, it's so much easier to get to the other side if also at the same place you have a roadmap to get to the other side. Like if I walk into the forest and I have a map saying, okay, you have to walk this way, it's so much easier than to walk in without a map. And that's why I love Project 1 Million in 1 Year so much, because it gives people that map. So you can actually see, okay, so the way from here to the other side is just walk like this. All right. Now, that doesn't mean that the walk isn't necessarily going to come with challenges. Doesn't mean that there might be certain things that are completely new for you, but at least you know how to walk to actually get there. So that's a big thing that I want to say to everyone that is part of Project 1 Million in 1 Year, that you actually use the map, because the map doesn't lie. The map tells you, okay, this is the way how to go. But then you just have to go and do it. And that does come with some, oh, scared, so scared, whatever. So why is trust so important? Trust is so important for me. And I share this during the event as well. For me, there's always trust in three things. Number one, trusting God, trusting that God is always there to help us, to look after us, and to have our backs, and to know that that guiding force is there, is something that is really encouraging for me always, because I know I face a lot of challenges, and any one person in this planet faces a lot of challenges. But to actually know that this challenge was meant to be here, and this thing was here because the Almighty knew that this particular challenge was required for me to step up into that bigger version of myself that is capable of actually walking through the woods and actually being on the other side and making a living on the other side. Because a lot of the time people say, like, I want to be a millionaire. But also, if you think about it, if you look at the statistics when people win the lottery and they get a million, most, if not all, of those people blow that money straight away, and they get into trouble, and they don't know how to manage that money because they didn't actually go through the steps. They didn't build their vessel to know what to do with a result like that or with an amount like that. Whereas if you actually do the work and you make your first million and beyond, then it's a completely different thing, because you're building your vessel, you're going through the challenges, and in especially the challenges, you are being built, and you become that person that is ready for receiving that blessing, is ready for that next level. And so the challenges in that sense are actually the most important thing, because then you can think to yourself, like, okay, so what am I supposed to learn right now? Why am I, and especially if you keep facing a similar challenge, it's like somehow I'm going to face the same type of challenge if I'm not going to do anything about it. So, to give you guys an example, imagine that you are the type of person that always hangs out with the wrong friends. And you're wondering, why do I always get in trouble? Why is my life in order? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Well, if you're hanging around a peer circle or a group of friends that is always hanging and getting in trouble, and they're doing things that are not necessarily good, then that's obviously gonna find its way back to you, and you become part of that sort of stuff as well. So until you learn your lesson and see, okay, this is what I needed to see here, this is how I needed to adapt myself, will you continuously face similar challenges until that level has been passed. And what does that have to do with trust? Is that I know, and I hope here after this video you will know, that whatever challenge or resistance or whatever, like feeling you feeling, it was by design. It was meant to be there, because you are meant to, as that caterpillar, to feel that challenge and to go through it and to like and then become that butterfly and actually make it out there. And so that for me is super, super encouraging. And I don't know about you guys. Let me know actually in the comments if you have an experience like this. I personally, and also in my family, we talk about this a lot. And big thanks to my dad and my whole family, that a lot of us have had really profound experiences where we really feel like, oh, this is like God winking at you, like you're on the right place. And let me know if you've ever had this, so that something is happening, something is challenging, and in spite of the challenge, you do the right thing. So in spite of the challenge, you're still disciplined doing your doings. Or in spite of your challenge, you're still kind to people, and you're still helping others. You're still um, embodying that abundance, even though your bank account or your situation or relationship with people doesn't necessarily reflect that yet. And then all of a sudden, as you are doing that, then something happens. Like, I'll tell you one example of mine is that I always believe that leaders have to lead by example. And I'm not the type of person, especially also in our companies, to say, like, okay, team, you have to do this. And I'm just going to be like, yeah, you do it, you do it. No, I like to be there, in there with them and lead by example and show how it has to be done. And so I remember, this is a number of years back, we were adapting something new and it was also new to the team, and there's a learning curve in that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do the same thing with you guys. And so that basically was, okay, we're going to make X amount of calls per day, and then we're going to measure our stats, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that and all of the above. And it was like, okay, I'm going to do the same because I want to be here in this with you, and I know that's the way how we're going to be in this together, and then really be able to get the results that we want. And then I did that on top of all of my other tasks as CEO of the company. So there's a lot of stuff that I had to do. I had to fulfill stuff. I had like financial things to do. I had other meetings and whatever. And so on that particular day, it was only 11 o'clock at night. And I was so tired after a super, super, super busy day. And I was like, hey, I have to do the right thing because I expect that of them. Now I need to do that as well. So I was behind my laptop and I was so tired. And I was just like, okay, let's grab the phone. Let's go make some calls. And I did that until I fell asleep behind my computer. Now, mind you, I didn't hit the number that I was supposed to hit, but I went until I couldn't go anymore, and I fell asleep behind the computer. And then I think it was something like 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up. I was like, why am I sleeping behind my desk? And I went to bed, and I just actually, didn't finish what I had to do, but I went as far as I could, and then I went to sleep, only to wake up in that morning to find a message. And I had nobody picked up, by the way. Nobody that I called picked up, no responses, and I didn't even hit my number. But I woke up to a message from another person, another client of ours, actually, saying, hey, Tjibaria, just want to let you know I'm ready. I've transferred 5K into your account. Let's do this. And I was just like, yeah, that's the wink, because it had seemingly no connection with the work that I was doing, because me calling those people didn't lead to anything. Nobody actually picked up. But because I did the right thing and I showed up, even if I couldn't complete it, I showed up because I gave my word and I committed to it. Then, as a reward of that, something else, another deal went through and another thing came. And I don't know if you guys can resonate to that, to the degree that I resonate with that, but it was so special for me that I was just like, yeah, those are those little winks that you're doing the right thing and you're on the right track. Just keep doing what you're doing because it is going to happen. And it's beautiful if you can allow yourself to see those things. And it doesn't always come in a financial form. Sometimes it comes in a completely different, just by the fact that you're doing your work, you're studying, and then you're making your post and you're reaching out to some people. And then maybe none of those things are yet producing any financial results, but you just get a message from someone saying that they're so grateful for what you had just put out there. How does that make you feel? Or you do something good, and then someone from your family comes to you and say, hey, I'm so proud of you. Here you have a sandwich, and here you have a cup of coffee, and keep doing this. Then that's the wink. That's the nod to say, like, yes, I'm on the right way. So the tip that I want to give you guys in all of this is to, number one, trust, because everything does in fact happen for a reason, and as long as we're making it through, something is there on the other side, and the rewards will be there in a variety of forms. But then the second part is learn to recognize those rewards, learn to recognize those blessings along the way. It's just like, I always like to compare it to a computer game. Imagine Sonic, for those of you that know Sonic the Hedgehog, and he's running on a level, and he obviously wants to make it to the next level, but he's running, running, running. And then along the way, he collects those rings, and everything you collect the ring, you're clink, 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 and then your power level in the top is racing, like clink, 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 clink. Now, that does not mean by any means that he has passed the level when he gets one ring. It doesn't mean that he's made it to a checkpoint. It just means that he's collecting those little stars, those little rings that shows him that something is in the right way and something is coming. And so we can collect those same rings or stars by means of seeing the effect that some of the stuff is having on the people around us, on the people online, on the other little things, or on yourself. The fact that you have learned something new and you go to bed a better, stronger, more advanced man or woman. That's a really, really big thing. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Charlie Munger, self-made billionaire, who said, if you go to bed every single day a little bit more evolved than you woke up that day, you're going to get results or you're going to get success inevitably. And that's a really big thing. So even if there's just tiny little wins there, but you've just learned one thing or you've made one little impact on someone else, those are the rings that we're collecting that we need as well, so that we are persisting to go through. But then also in that, that's my trust number two, is trust yourself as well. Trust yourself, because you are far stronger than you think you are. You're far better than you think you are. You're far more skilled than you think you are. You're far more powerful and magically creative than you think you are. Like, we are very, very, very special beings. And even if you look at it from a physical level, science cannot even explain like what our brain does, or like only a fraction of our brain functionality or our bodily functionality is explained. And even to that degree, we are not even using the full capacity of our brain. We're only using a small, small, small percentage. And if we were to just add 1%, already the things that would be possible for us would drastically increase. We become superhumans of some sort. But then to know that because that is there, there's like so much potential running around, and not just from a physical point of view but also from a spiritual point of view. The fact that we're actually spiritual beings besides being in a vessel right now. And when you know that, then you also start to realize that actually there are no limits to what I can do. And again, for those of you that were part of Project 1 Million 1 Year, I am the only one that can stop myself. So, to the degree that I allow my thoughts and what is in my heart to either support me or not support me, can I do things? That's why I love the quote by Henry Ford so much. Comment it below, everybody. What do you think you can, or what do you think you can't? You are right. Because if I think I can't, I'm not going to be able to. And so I'm going to receive evidence that I can't. And so I'm right. But if I say I can, and I just take the first step, and I'm going to see evidence of that it is possible, then I will actually reach my result. And so I got evidence that it is possible, that I can, and I'm actually right. So you are truly in control of what is then happening and what is then going to happen for you. So everyone that was part of Project 1 Million, and everyone that is part of my YouTube channel, and everyone that is watching this video and you're not part of either of those things yet, then just know that you are limitless and that you can make that choice today. And it doesn't matter if for however many years in the past you have not realized that yet, start today. Because as my dad said on his social media accounts, a very beautiful thing. I can't remember who the quote was by, but my dad posted it and he said, "Every day we are born anew. Every day we're born again. It's a new day, it's a new blessing, and we are blessed with another day of life. So make it the best." Also, there's this other saying or this other comparison where people say, like, if the day was the last day of your life, how would you allocate it? What would you do? And what will you not do? And so, if you think about it that way, then you would probably make the most of each day. You would not be so fearful of what if this, what if that. So, that's another very, very important thing. Now, and then coming back to, again, the trust part of it, but then also the trust translation translated into the action. When I then see this big wood forest and I want to get to the other side and I take my first step, then I can actually see, hey, wait a second. I've made my first step. Then I look at my map, I've got my flashlight, and I take the next step. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, everything is still good. Yeah, let's carry on and take the next step. And this is another thing that we shared on Project 1 Million 1 Year, is that taking action opens doors. So you moving forward, you start seeing new things. All of a sudden, from the edge of the wood, you couldn't see that there was an actual path. But once you are 5 or 10 steps in, you all of a sudden said, hey, there's a path over there, and there's a light over there, and there's actually people walking over there. It wasn't as scary as I made it to be as I stood on the edge. I'm so glad that I took those steps forward so that now I can easily walk myself to the other side and not only dream about what would life be on the other side of the forest, but actually go to the other side of the forest and make that dream a reality. And that's why it's so important to then know that, have that trust. Now, what's the moral of the story? It's not that everybody now goes to the forest and try to make it to the other side. The forest is a metaphor for you and your life, and you and what you are capable to do. And actually, with that, it's a lot easier because all you have to do is put one foot in front of the other. Obviously, it is beneficial that you know in which direction to put the foot in front of the other, because otherwise you're walking around and perhaps you will start walking in circles. So you do need to know, okay, how do I walk? And that's why I always recommend find yourself a mentor. Whatever it is that you need to do or want to do, if you want to be a top musician, find a musician that has done that, that has a course or that has steps that they would like to pass on so that you can make your journey easier. If you want to go and become a um, shares and stocks expert, find someone who's got results in there and learn from them. And learning from someone can be done in so many different ways. You can buy their books, you can buy their courses, you can get mentorship from them, you can listen to their stories. For instance, how many of you have seen the movie about Steve Jobs' life? That is very inspiring to watch, and you get to learn and see some glimpses of his brilliance, and perhaps it can inspire you to do certain things or to not do certain things. So find yourself knowledge somehow, and then obviously apply that knowledge. Now, if you are here because you say, I want to create a freedom lifestyle, then come with us and join our event completely free of charge, Project 1 Million in 1 Year. We're running it every single 5 weeks, completely free of charge. And we're doing this because we want people to break free. It's not hard. And I know that for me, it's always like, yeah, it's so awesome. And when people see it for the first time, then they're like, yeah, probably it is, or probably it's not, or probably you're just saying it. But it's only after they've actually experienced it that they're like, I'm so glad that I did. So that's why I want to leave you guys with this quote. I don't know who it's by, but I've learned this from my coach, David Bradley from the Cardone team. And he says this: 5 years from now, or 1 year from now, or half a year from now, you're going to have two possible outcomes and two possible sentences that you can say to yourself. One option is that you say, I so wish that I did this. I wish I did this half a year ago. I wish I did this 1 year ago. I wish I did this 5 years ago, because I would have been at a different place. I wish that I did. Or the other option is that you say to yourself, I'm so glad that I did, because look where I am right now. So you choose. You choose which one you want to say. Either I'm so happy that I did, or I wish that I did. And again, there's no barrier to entry here. This is a free event. So click on the link, join us. But most importantly right now of you being here is, I hope that these tips that I gave today will impact you. I hope you will take it to heart. And I hope that you actually implement it. So that's it for today's daily show. Thank you guys so much for being here, either live viewers or replay viewers. If you thought this video was beneficial, please again give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel for more daily inspiration. And if you think that someone else might benefit from this, then please feel free to share it on your Facebook, share it with a friend, or however you want to share it with someone else. And last but not least, join us at our next event, Project 1 Million in 1 Year, because I cannot wait that you can enter your forest with your roadmap in hand and actually see that it's doable and that it's fun as well. So on that note, I'm going to go. See you guys later. Bye.